Determine theme. Level D, Lesson 27. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to determine a story's theme, identify key details that convey the theme, write a response that uses evidence and demonstrates understanding of the text. What you should know before doing this lesson. Theme is what the author wants readers to remember most about the story. Details are small, important parts of the text. Information about people, places, and events is provided in details. Key details in the text help tell about the theme. Some awesome words to look at before we read are words with prefixes. Prefixes are word parts added to the beginning of a base word. Prefixes have their own meanings. The prefix "un" means not or the opposite of. When you know the meaning of a prefix, you can understand more words. The word unusual is made from the base word usual and the prefix "un". I know that usual means that something is normal or common. So when I see the prefix "un", I know that unusual is something that is not usual or not common. The word unfair must mean not fair. If you know the prefix "mis" also means not, what can you figure out about the meaning of misbehave? It would mean to not behave or the opposite of behave. Part 1, Introduction. As we read, pay attention to details, which are small, important parts of the text. It will help understand the author's theme or purpose and message. Follow along and listen as I read. Listen for information about the central or main message of the story, as well as for details that convey the message. Robbie's secret friend. My name is Robert Angus MacDonald, but everyone calls me Robbie. I live with my family on the shores of Loch Ness. Loch Ness is the most famous lake in Scotland. It is the home of a fabled creature called the Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie. Why do people call unusual creatures monsters? A monster is a bad guy, right? Nessie doesn't misbehave. It just swims around the lake minding its own business. It does not want to hurt people. It just wants to be left alone. How do I know? Don't tell anyone, but Nessie's son and I are friends. One day, I was playing in the woods near the lake when I heard a voice whisper, "Robbie." I looked around, but all I saw was a little log floating near the shore. Then one end of the log rose out of the water. Two big round eyes stared right at me. Yikes! I would have run away, but the thought, "Don't be scared," popped into my head. Was this creature talking to me inside my head? "Who are you?" I thought back. The eyes blinked. "You can call me Rune. I'm Nessie's son." "Oh, come on. Nessie is just a legend. It doesn't really exist." "Then what am I?" Good question. I live near the bottom of the lake with my mom and dad. I don't have anyone to play with. Will you be my friend? I didn't tell anyone about my new friend. No one would believe me anyway. We had lots of fun. When no one was around, Rune took me for rides on his back. He told me about his family. One day, Rune was very sad. He told me his family might have to leave. People are using machines to send sound waves into the water. They want to prove the Loch Ness Monster is real, but the sound is scaring the fish away. We have less to eat, so we might have to move out into the ocean. I felt really bad. My dad was one of the people looking for Nessie. What could I do? One day, I saw a program about how sound waves from ships hurt whales. Some of them were dying. I told my dad what I'd seen. Are you sure you're not hurting Nessie or other things that live in the lake with your signals? I asked. Dad frowned and said, Later, I heard him talking on the phone. We're going to stop the testing, he said. We don't know how the signals might affect life in the loch. Our search can wait until we know more. When I told Rune the news, he splashed around excitedly. He would have jumped up and down if he had legs. Details are clues to the theme. Look at the title, Robbie's Secret Friend. This makes us wonder why Robbie has to keep his friend a secret. The green highlighted detail is important because it tells us the setting and that some people believe a sea monster lives in the lake. In paragraph 2 is a key detail to the theme the author does not directly state. We understand Robbie's secret and why it is a secret. Nessie wants to be left alone. Practice 1. Identify key details. Readers usually understand the theme after reading the entire story. However, key details in the text can serve as clues along the way. Look at paragraph 3. It describes what happens. Robbie describes a creature he sees and wonders whether the creature is talking to him inside his head. The sentence that describes the creature describes what the creature looks like. This is interesting, but it is not a key detail. Not all details in a text help readers find the theme. Look at paragraph 5. Who is Rune, and why is Rune important? Rune claims to be Nessie's son, and Rune is the son of a legend. Practice 2. Use details to explain. We already have the detail that Rune claims to be Nessie's son. Let's get more details from this part of the text. Paragraph 9 says, I live near the bottom of the lake with my mom and dad. I don't have anyone to play with. Will you be my friend? This is an interesting detail, but it's not a key detail. It tells us more about the characters and the events. Paragraph 10 reads, I didn't tell anyone about my new friend. No one would believe me anyway. We had lots of fun. When no one was around, Rune took me for rides on his back. He told me about his family. Again, it's interesting, but not a key detail. Now in paragraph 11, where it says, one day Rune was very sad. He told me his family might have to leave. So why is Rune sad? That is important and is a key detail. Paragraph 12, people are using machines to send sound waves into the water. They want to prove the Loch Ness Monster is real, but the sound is scaring the fish away. We have less to eat, so we might have to move out into the ocean. Again, that's more of a key detail about the events, not the theme. But then in paragraph 13 we read, I felt really bad. My dad was one of the people looking for Nessie. What could I do? So Robbie feeling bad is a key detail to the theme. Practice 3, determine theme. We have been identifying key details to determine the theme of Robbie's secret friend. So far, we have Rune claims to be Nessie's son. Rune is very sad. Robbie feels really bad. In these paragraphs, we get the key detail that Robbie hears his dad say they are going to stop the testing. So using our list of key details, think about what the author wants us to learn. The story's theme, based on these details, is that friends help each other out. Let's review the concepts we talked about in this lesson. Information about people, places, and events is provided in details. Key details in the text help tell about the theme. The theme is what the author wants readers to remember the most about the story. Prefixes are word parts with their own meaning that can change the meaning of a base word when they are added to the word. Your assignment. Use key details from the story to identify a new theme. Use the graphic organizer to help you. You may want to pause the video so you can reread the story. You may also want to return to this part of the video while you work on the next part of the assignment. You will choose one of the following themes. Sometimes friends are found in unexpected places. Actions may have consequences. Wildlife is worth protecting. After you choose a theme, on a sheet of paper, fill in the graphic organizer with details from the story to match the theme you chose. After you have the information filled in, write the theme that you chose. When you finish, show your teacher your hard work. Bring the completed paper to the next Zoom class or take a picture and upload onto Canvas.